What advice can you give a young person who has the desire to write as a career?
Well, I have a seminar I conduct with my daughters every week, though I don't think they appreciate it all that much. Uh, and I give them a lot of advice about reading. And if I were an African American woman, I would be reading books by African American women like Pauline Marshall, Elizabeth Nunez, and you read people whose experience is similar to yours. And I think that's one of the reasons that kids, African American kids, lag in reading scores is because they're presented a literature that's from another time, another place. I mean, Shakespeare's for graduate school. You know, I mean, they should be reading books written by African American authors, not just the ones with the negative experience which the white teachers choose, you know, and librarians, but I mean a variety of African American women writers, like J.J. Phillips and, you know, a number of them. Uh, some of the people we publish, like Nellie Moody and Carla Brundridge and Catherine Takara, who's a poet laureate of Hawaii, and people like that, Allison Mills, you know, Jane Cortez. You know, I mean, there's a flowering of African American writing among the women and the men. The men are not faring as well as the women. As a matter of fact, a younger generation of avant-garde writers, male writers, have gone to Germany. Experimental writers like Darius James and others, and one of the best writers in the world, P. Lewis. And this guy, he's a strange. He shows up. He'll show up someplace and say, "Oh, I just came back from Greece." I mean, he just travels around the world. He's a great writer. He writes this novel called Nate, N-A-T-E. He can't get a publisher. I've tried to get him a publisher. He sells his books in the subway. That's a disgrace. This is a guy that carries on a tradition of naturalism that was set by Richard Wright and Ralph Ellison. But he can't get a publisher. But they can publish all these, these Chitlick or whatever, or this guy who was a hairdresser, what's his name? I forgot. I think he just died. And they can publish all that. But the serious literature that was, I mean, you know, the risky stuff is not being published anymore.